presenting in that. Okay. So that is the nucellus and integuments are presenting in that. So each ovule is attached in the placenta by a small stalk that is called funiculus. Okay. So this is the receptacle funiculus. Okay. So that is the funiculus. Funiculus means the ovule is attached in the placenta by a small stalk-like or tube-like structure that is called funiculus. Okay. So the place of attachment of the stalk with the main body of the ovule that is called hilum. So in some other parts also there, the megasporangium is have that funiculus, hilum, and collagen, and some of the integuments. So in some cases, so other appendages also presenting in that is completely part of that megasporangium. Funiculus means a small stalk is the funiculus, and the main body ovule attaching portion is called hilum. So in an inverted ovule, the funiculus, it fuses with the main body of the ovule. So it is forming a sort of ridge. So that is also known as raphe. So just I'll stop the and show other. Sir, please. Oh, it's not functioning, I think. Okay. So that is the raphe means a complete main body of the ovule forming of the short ridges, some of the ups and downs of that ridge, that is called raphe. So the upper end of the raphe, which is the junction of that integuments and the nucellus, is called as that collagen. Okay. So nucellus, integuments, funiculus, hilum, raphe, and some collageal portion also presenting in that megasporangium or ovule. So in this nucellus, it makes the main body of the ovule, which is made up of the parenchymatous tissue. In some cases, the nucellus is the megasporangium. They are arranging properly and it is surrounded by two coats. So the two coats are called integuments. In some Compositae or Asteraceae family and some other families like Gamopetalae, as per Bentham Hooker's classification, Compositae or other families of the Gamopetalae, there is only one integument is presenting in that. So in other way, so 2 or 3 integuments also presenting in this way. Okay. So in Santalum and some Loranthus and Santalum plants, there is no integuments. So in the entrance point of view, these are very important. Which plants? Santalum and Loranthus. So in these two plants, there is no integuments, but in only the Compositae or Gamopetalae, they have the only one integument. In other plants, they have the 2 integuments. So this is the in entrance point of view. 2 integuments means Polypetalae and other plants. Gamopetalae have the only single integument. In other insectivorous, some Santalum and Loranthus plants, there is no integuments. So in this way, in the complete megasporangium, a small opening is left. So in this small opening is left at the apex of the integuments. So that is called that micropyle. What is this, Nana? So the upper portion are this way. This is the complete micropyle. So that means a small opening is left at the terminal or apex of the integuments. So that portion is called as micropyle. When there are 2 integuments, then the inner integument is formed first and followed by the formation of the outer integuments. Inner integuments and outer integuments one by one surrounded by the complete embryo sac. So a large oval cell lying embedded in the nucellus towards the micropylar end. So that is the embryo sac. The center portion have that embryo sac. This makes the most important part of the mature ovule. So it is the embryo sac which bears the embryo later on. So this is the complete ovule structure. And coming that the structure of the ovule. Okay. So in the structure of the ovule, so other way the structure we'll discuss
Madam,
tomorrow.
excuse me.
We are coming the
PPT
types
is
of.
not.
Sir, any problem?
Madam, Madam, slide.
Sir, actually,
Okay, madam.
I prepared other slides also, 5 to 6, but
Okay, madam. Please proceed.
it's not visible in the desktop. I'm searching that. Okay, so that's why I'm going to types of ovules. So just today we are going to this PPT only, and tomorrow I'll share other complete the structure of ovule and parts of the embryo sac ovule. All we'll discuss coming class. Okay, so this is the types of ovules. It's very, very important. So the structure and development of the female gametophyte and coming the types of ovules. So in the angiosperms, the forms of ovules on the basis of the relative position of the micropyle, chalaza and funiculus, the mature ovules can be categorized 6 types. Okay. So in that 6 types, many types of ovules are found in the angiosperms based on the position of micropyle in relation to the funiculus and other parts of the ovule. 6 types of the ovules are recognized. So in this, the first one, this is the orthotrophous ovule, and it is also called as the straight ovule. Okay. So first one is the orthotrophous or straight ovule. In this type, the ovule is erect and straight. It's look like a complete straighten ovule. So it is erect or straight. So that the funiculus, chalaza and micropyle, they are lie in single line. They are lie in one and the same vertical line. So as in members of the Polygonaceae, means Polygonum, Rumex and other Piperaceae family, like Piper nigrum, Piper beetle. So these all are the best example of the orthotrophous ovule. So it is oldest first identified ovule type, orthotrophous or straight ovule. Okay. So in this type, the ovule is erect or straightened, so that the funicule, chalaza, micropyle. 3 parts, they are lie in the single line, one and the same vertical line also, as in the members of the Polygonaceae and Piperos. In the Polygonaceae, Polygonum and Rumex. Chukkakura and Jepkuntam, Polygonum also. Some of the coming classes will discuss that. Polygonum and Rumex belongs to the Polygonaceae family, and Piperaceae, so Piper nigrum, Piper beetle. So these 2 are belongs to the Piperaceae. These are the best example of the orthotrophous ovule. And second one is the anatrophous, and it is also called inverted. So orthotrophous is the straight ovule and anatrophous is the inverted ovule. That means in this type, the ovule bends along the funicle so that the micropyle lies close to the hilum. So some diagram also there. So in this type, the ovule, they are bends along the funicle that the micropyle lies close to the hilum. The chalaza lies at the other end. This is the commonest type of the ovule. So it's very common in the angiospermic plants. Majority plants have this type of the ovule, that is the anatrophous or inverted ovule. So they are presenting in the dicots and monocots. Common ovule type is the anatrophous or inverted ovule. So this is very commonest type of the ovule, found both in the monocotyledons and dicotyledons. And third one is the hemitrophous or hemianatrophous. Okay, so in this type, the body of the ovule is straight. In this type, the body of the ovule is straight, but it is twisted in such a way that is placed transversely. It's looking like a just first one is the straighten and second one is the inverted, and this hemianatropous is look like a twisting, just it is vertical arranging or twisted arrangement. So that is placed transversely at right angle, and so the collageal micropyle line is at right angle to the funiculus. So it is found in the ranunculus plants, ranunculaceae or ranunculus. Looks like a, so this is the transfer section, this is the linear section. Both will arranging in the 90 degrees centigrade. Who's that? The collageal micropyle line is at right angle to the funiculus. So this is the funiculus and collageal and micropyle. Both are the arrangement of the micropyle collageal to the funiculus in the right angle. So that is the hemianatropous. And coming this is the comphylotrophous, or it is also called as the curved ovule type. Comphylotrophous or curved embryo. So in this type, the transverse ovule is bent round like a horseshoe. Just you can observe here in the diagram, it's completely in the bending of the micropyle. It's a horseshoe. మనకి మామూలుగా కూడా ఎట్లా ఉంది అని అంటే కంప్లీట్ గా ఒక నొక్కులాగా కనబడి ఉండింది. ఇంతకు ముందు ఏమో స్ట్రైట్ ఇన్వర్టెడ్ ఆర్ 90 degrees అని చెప్పుకుంటాం. But this comphylotrophous is completely different from others. So in this type, the transverse ovule is bent and it is round like horseshoe, so that the micropyle and the collagen do not lie in the same straight line. So as in Capparis or Cruciferae or some of the gram plants and some of the Mirabilis gelapa, these all are the best example of this comphylotrophous or curved ovule type. Okay, so this is the micropyle. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏంటంటే micropyle కి funiculus just closer, both are micropyle and funiculus, but collagen is completely far away from the micropylar, but they are arranging the it's do not the same line. So that is the way. Okay, so the transfer ovule మనకి ఇక్కడ కనబడినటువంటిది ovule అనేటటువంటిది it is bent and round like it's look like a horseshoe. ఇక్కడ కూడా మనకి కొంచెం నొక్కులా కనబడుతుంటుంది horseshoe. So that the micropyle and the collagen, they do not lie in the same straight line. So that is the comphylotrophous. The best example is Capparis and Cruciferae Mirabilis. Mirabilis is the 4 o'clock plant, Chandrakanta mokka antam. So in the genetics, it's very famous plant. And Cruciferae, some of the మనకి ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి Brassicaceae ఫ్యామిలీలో ఉండేటటువంటి ప్లాంట్స్ కిందికి తీసుకుంటాం. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్లాంట్. అండ్ లాస్ట్ 6th one is the Sarcinotrophus. So in this type, completely the nucellus and the axis, they remain in the same line in the beginning, but due to rapid growth, one on other side, the ovule gets inverted. మనకి ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అని అంటే ఇట్స్ లుక్ లైక్ సమ్ ఆర్థోట్రోఫస్, బట్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ద అదర్ 14 layers ఇక్కడ అన్ని కూడా ఏంటిది అని అంటే దే ఆర్ రౌండింగ్ 1 by 1. సో సర్సినో మీన్స్ కవర్డ్ ఆర్ సరౌండింగ్ లేయర్స్. ఓకే, so the nucellus and the axis remain in the same line in the beginning, but due to rapid growth on the one side, the ovule gets inverted. This curvature continues and thus the ovule turns completely, and once again the micropyle faces upwards. So this type is found in the Opentia and Plumbago. మనకి మామూలుగా కూడా Opentia and Plumbago, so both the plants they have this type of the ovule, Sarcinotrophus. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఫస్ట్ ఇలాగే ఉండింది, కానీ ఇది ఎప్పుడైతే రౌండ్ గా తిరుగుతుంటుందో మైక్రోపైల్ ఆల్సో దే కెన్ అప్వర్డ్ టు దట్ స్ట్రేట్ లైన్, and other nucellus and other axis they can completely inverted in that. So the curvature continues and the ovule turns completely, and once again the micropyle they can face the upward position. So this is found in the Opentia and plumbago. So this is the 6 types, Sarcinotrophus, and so you are forgotten, that is the 5th one is the Amphitrophus. Okay, so Amphitrophus, or it is also called as the transverse. Amphitrophus means, so in this type, the ovule is placed transversely at a right angle to its stalk and its right angle to the funiculus. So it is found in the lemma. Okay, found in the Alismaceae, Butamaceae. This is the complete other families. They have this Amphitrophus or transverse. It's look like a transfer position. మీకు మామూలుగా ఇక్కడ కనబడుతుంటుంది embryo sac. This is the complete funiculus, nucellus, chalaja. So it is also some look like a hemitrophus or మనకి దానిలాగానే కనబడతా ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ కంఫైలోట్రోఫస్ కంటే ఇంకా కొంచెం, సో ఇట్స్ వెరీ క్లోజర్ టు దట్ ఫినిక్యులస్. మైక్రోపైల్ అనేది జస్ట్ క్లోజర్ దాన్ దట్ మైక్రోపైల్ ఫినిక్యులస్ ఇంకా చాలా దగ్గరగా ఉంటుంది. సో దట్స్ వై దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ ద ట్రాన్స్వర్స్ ఓవ్యూల్ ఆర్ Amphitrophus ovule. Okay, so the ovule is placed transversely at a right angle to its stalk or funicle. So it is found in the lemma, Alismaceae, Butamaceae. So these all are the plants. They have this type of the ovules. So this is the 6 types. Orthotrophus. So types of ovule: atrophus or orthotrophus. Second one is the anatrophus, hemianatrophus, comphylotrophus, amphitrophus, and sarcinotrophus. So orthotrophus is example is that Polygonaceae and Piperaceae, and anatrophus example is, it is very common type of the ovule type, monocot and dicot plants. Number of plants this have this type of ovule only. And third one is the hemitrophus or hemianatrophus. So it's just the best example is the ranunculus. And fourth one is the comphylotrophus or curved. So it is presenting in the cruciferae and some of the Caparidaceae, Caparis, and Mirabilis, Jalapa, and some of the gram plants. So all these have this type of the comphylotrophus. And fifth one is the Amphitrophus. So the Amphitrophus is present in the Alismaceae, Butamaceae, and some of the water plants. So lemna or lemma plants. So these all are best example of the Amphitrophus or transverse ovule. And sixth one is the Sarcinotrophus. So that is Opentia and plumbago. That means these all are the some types of ovules. And this is just, you can observe here, types of ovule diagrams once again, all at a time. Orthotrophus, anatrophus, hemianatrophus, comphylotrophus, amphitrophus, and sarcinotrophus. So it is very straight ovule, it is inverted ovule, and it is 90-degree angle arrangement of the ovule. And this is complete some comphylotrophus is look like a they do not lie in the same straight line. So that is just curving of that. And Amphitrophus placed transversely at right angle to its stalk. So just to funiculus and micropyle, they come closer than one to another. And this Sarcinotrophus is completely, it is presenting in the some other Opentia plumbago plants. So the curvature, it will continues, and the ovule, they can turns completely. Once again, the micropyle first, they are arranging in the lower side, but the development of the complete curvature continuing, the micropyle faces the upwards. So this type of found is Opentia and plumbago. So this is the complete types of ovules. So just if time permits, I'll try to share other slide. Sir, it's not functioning, I think. Tirupati, sir. ఇక నా ఫోన్ చూపెట్టట్లేదు సార్. వాట్సాప్. ఇది అసలు ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదు. హలో సార్. ఓకే. సో దిస్ ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఎస్టర్డే ఇది కాదు. హలో సార్.